I am out here at Southpoint. I don't know how good you guys are going to be able to hear me because it's definitely a lot of little creatures over here next to me. It's really pretty though. But I'm just hanging out, shooting the breeze. Figured I'd chill with you guys, talk a little bit if anybody pops through. Tried to do some lives a few times this morning, but I haven't had the best connection and best service. But as I'm waiting for the Starbucks here at Southpoint to open up so that I can actually get myself a delicious coffee drink, I figured I'd chill with you guys for a little bit, shoot the breeze if y'all have anything you'd like to talk about, especially before it actually starts raining a little bit today. But yeah, ain't a whole lot going on, just chilling. I'm still wanting to answer you guys' questions if y'all should have any. I only brought one fragrance with me this time, and that would be this bad boy right here, the old Rose Jam. I'm literally right around the corner from Lush, where I normally get my bottle of Rose Jam at, but it is actually a really awesome, like, they're not the cheapest in the world, don't get me wrong. Typically, like, your dupes and Middle Eastern fragrances that you can get are definitely going to be cheaper than what you can get from Lush. By the way, forgive me if it's a little too loud. This is like the best place that I could find to come stream right now. But over the shoulder over here, they're actually doing some construction on the mall. But yeah, I'm just hanging out this morning with you guys. If y'all got any questions or anything you'd like to talk about, please feel free to ask. In the meantime, I'm mostly just going to be hanging out. But as I'm waiting still to find out whether or not my grandma is going to be passing away anytime soon. She is going to be passing away. But while I'm just waiting in the meantime, I've just been doing a lot more of these streams lately. And it's been fun to hang out with you guys. So if anybody pops through and wants to talk, feel free to do so. And don't feel shy to leave a comment. Let me know what's going on in you guys' world. And I definitely am pretty happy with my fragrance choice today. I ended up overall, I went with, for anybody who didn't see my stream that I was trying to do earlier, but my signal kept going out. I went with Herod by Parfums de Marly today. This is where I'm at right now here at Southpoint Mall. This is actually where I very first smelled my first Parfums de Marly, and that was Altair. Altair, and then Pegasus. But when I smelled Herod, I said, yep, I got to have that. I got Pegasus, and then I ended up getting Carlisle. I like Carlisle a lot. The only thing I hate about sitting outside, my wife always wants to sit out watching you from Congo. Welcome, Rupesh. Thank you for being here from Congo. I really appreciate that. Hey, brother, just watching your stream. My grandfather, can you give me a shout out? His name, can I give him a shout out? Dixie Normus. What's up, Dixie? How you doing? Hope you're doing okay, buddy. I hope you're feeling fit and strong and healthy. And Kyle, thank you for being here. I'm literally just hanging out right now at the mall. Well, it ain't open yet, but I'm chilling, waiting for Starbucks at Barnes & Noble to open. That's where I normally like to sit and read. And don't know about you guys, what you guys believe, and I'm totally welcoming of all people. But whenever I have some time, like I do Bible studies and stuff, it's here at the Starbucks at the Barnes & Noble, but they don't open until 10 o'clock. So basically, I'm just posted up. The only thing is, I don't like sitting outside very much because my wife, for some reason, never gets bothered by bugs whatsoever. But they just want to come to me like super glue. They stick to me. Lovely tattoos. Thank you, Rupesh. I really appreciate that. I've had them for so long. I'm 32 years old. I've had these tattoos since I first turned 18, and I actually forget all the time that I even have them, as stupid as it might sound. When you've had something for so long, it just becomes normal, and until people point it out. Somebody did that at a restaurant yesterday. Me and my wife were out to eat, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then I remembered, oh, yeah, I've got colors all over me. But yeah, like I said, just hanging out, shooting the breeze. Anybody's welcome to come join, come talk. I am a fragrance YouTuber, so perfumery, fragrances, that's what I normally review and talk about. And live from rehab, we're all behind you, brother. You're not, oh crap, mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. No, but thank you, I appreciate that. What's your favorite tattoo? I'll explain that in just a second, but to sit down, shut up. I'm happy that you're in rehab. I'm not happy that you had to be in rehab, obviously, but I'm grateful that you're there and you're getting treatment. And I really hope and pray for your journey of your own. I appreciate that you're taking the time to even work on yourself. So I hope that you have continued success with that. And I appreciate you for being here. And my favorite tattoo, that's a tough one. I think probably the squid, just because I like oceans. You're absolutely welcome, buddy. Muhammad. Yo, Post Malone on live. Yeah, okay. Well, Post Malone is definitely, you look like Post Malone, but on very nice, Muhammad. I appreciate the sentiment. I haven't done any drugs or drink in 7 years now, but sure, whatever. Hey, listen, everybody out there's got, somebody's got to be a hater, right? It's called trolling. But no, definitely appreciate you guys. And like I said, my favorite tattoo is probably just this one, the squid. But I like squids. I like ocean stuff. The one that I hate, though, that my wife actually likes, but I don't care for it personally, is my stupid little turtle here. I don't even know why I have it. A lot of the stuff that I've got on this arm ended up being like free as a gift from an artist that I used to know. So I just kind of, I told him I like ocean stuff, and he just kind of rolled with it. But yeah, like I said, I'm a fragrance YouTuber. I normally talk about fragrances and answer things about perfumery, but today I'm just chilling. You guys are welcome to stop by and shoot the breeze, ask questions. If you want to be like the Muhammad guy here and like make fun of or attack me or whatever, that's totally okay. It's fine. I mean, I'm not going to like welcome it, but if that's what you do, listen, everybody out there is going through something. So sometimes people express that in different ways, and sometimes it's like mocking strangers that they don't know. On the other hand, though, if anybody out there is curious about what it's like being a YouTuber or content creator, it is taking crap from strangers a lot of the time. And you just kind of got to be like, whatever, who cares? Because it doesn't really matter. At least you're doing something and they're not. But yeah, comment. Feel free to talk about whatever you guys want to. Like I said, I've literally got nothing going on today until I go see my grandma, who's not doing so good. And then I got to take my wife to a doctor's appointment. So I am just chilling at the mall about to do some reading. And every now and then, it's not always very active, but every now and then it's fun to do these streams and hang out with you guys and talk. So feel free to ask anything you would like. If you're curious, by the way, I've got this extra phone literally because this was my old phone. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to use data on my new phone, so I'm just going to download music and whatever I listen to on this one. But yeah, like I said, anybody who's new stopping through here, I'm a fragrance YouTuber. You can call me Douglas Moon. And I usually answer questions about fragrances. But days like today, I'm just shooting a breeze and chilling, talking to people about whatever you feel like. You got something on your mind, please, by all means, come on through and let's talk. Let's shoot the breeze. I did just realize that I had a water bottle and I left it in the bathroom inside the mall, so that's not good. But come on down, let's talk. Today, by the way, for anybody who hasn't seen the earlier streams and is curious, again, also, if you're not used to YouTube live streams, it is normal for people to repeat things fairly often when new people come through. But I'm currently wearing Herod by Parfums de Marly today. But I also got Initio's Side Effect on, and that's my wife's, like, one of her top 5 favorite fragrances in the entire world right now. And it's growing on me. It's very strong fragrance. It's not something that I have on a normal basis, but it's pretty powerful and it's pretty good for what it's worth for the money. But on the other hand, with that being said, I kind of almost wish that I would have wore Sauvage, because lately I really have been getting back into those. Bleu de Chanel, Versace Eros Parfum, Sauvage, very fantastic. But yeah, like I said, just shooting the breeze. So you guys who are watching, please feel free to type and ask questions. Whatever you'd like to talk about and shoot the breeze, that's fine with me. I was going to read to you guys, but I changed my mind. And once the mall actually opens up, if you guys would like to do a little walk around tour of that, that'd be cool too. But yeah, basically, my grandma has a bowel blockage, for anybody who doesn't know. So her intestines, about 2 weeks ago, shut down for the most part. And pretty much since then, I've had some time that I've taken off of work. Not because I necessarily need it, but be there with her, be there with family. My dad and my aunt are having a very hard time. So on the plus side, though, for some of you people who do know, hey, Doug, what do you think about oud perfumes? I like them. I like when they're blended. I like oud fragrances that have been blended with florals. So if rose or any lily of the valley materials are incorporated, those are my favorite. I don't personally care. By the way, thank you for being here, AK Real on Air. I don't personally care a whole lot for oud fragrances just as they are. They're not exactly my favorite because they can be a little too pungent. And as well, growing up in America, I didn't really grow up with oud fragrances as a typical material. mostly blues and greens and aquatics here. So just raw stuff like Silver Oud by Amouage is not exactly my taste. I think if anybody ever asks for an oud fragrances, though, Silver Oud by Amouage is one of the best. If you want a pure, true to the core, cheesy oud fragrance, then Hayat, Hayat by Xerjoff is one of the best ones you can go for. But for me personally, one of my favorite fragrances in the world is Oud Silk Mood, the Extrait de Parfum Oud Silk Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. That's my personal favorite oud fragrance, but I don't typically think of it as one because it's more of a back note. But I guess it still counts. And good morning, Rime or Reem. Thank you for being here again. It's a fragrance channel. I mostly talk about and answer questions about fragrances, but I'm also more than happy to talk about life as a whole. Anything you guys want to discuss, you're more than welcome to join me. So feel free to comment and talk about whatever you feel. But for now, I'm just hanging out here at the mall, just chilling, waiting for Starbucks to open so I can go in there and get myself a delicious coffee. I've been trying to cut back on coffee drinks that have a lot of sugar, but it's hard. Especially when you go out to public places. Like if I'm going to pay the money, I want something that's like super delicious. Starbucks is expensive. You can go to local mom and pop coffee places though, and they don't normally have a lot to offer. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys who are popping through here. Just take time to watch. But please, I encourage you, feel free to ask questions, talk about it, say whatever you want, as long as you're being respectful to other people in the chat. It's interesting. What's your go-to order? Dacourt? Thank you for being here. If you're talking about at Starbucks, lately I've been getting a venti oat milk shake and espresso just because they give you that like, wow. It's got 4 shots of espresso, but for a long time I started getting a little hooked on energy drinks, which isn't good, especially for your liver and your kidneys. If you have them in moderation, it's fine. I've been kind of definitely overdoing it. So we're trying to get back to coffee, and I get myself the venti oat milk shake and espresso, and it gives me that little rush that I want so badly from the caffeine. Either that or just a good old-fashioned cappuccino. When me and my wife went to Germany, we went to Munich, I kind of got really into it. Yuvraj, thank you for being here. My legs are doing great because I'm sitting down in a chair and just taking it easy. What do you recommend as a strong masculine fragrance similar to Davidoff Cool Water? Well, depending on how much you want to spend, you can go all the way to Leighton. Sorry, guys. Leighton by Parfums de Marly is pretty good as a choice. But outside of something like that, it's kind of tough because Sauvage Parfum is a really good, strong, masculine fragrance to me, as well as, and it's more like in the more mid-price range. And I would say Tarathi Blue. I haven't smelled it myself, so I normally don't want to recommend things that I haven't actually got the chance to smell. But I've got a couple of friends who I really trust in the fragrance community who say that's a really good, strong, cheaper fragrance. Is it Tarathi Blue? Yeah. Tarathi Blue is probably a really good one to go for. I would say that those are really decent. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense as well. Very fantastic masculine type of fragrances that don't cost too much. Or the new Dolce & Gabbana Capri in Love. Very good choices for the light blue series. So they are strong and very long lasting, very powerful. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. What was my first tattoo? Madi, thank you for being here. Again, to anybody who's new to the channel, my name's Andrew, but also my middle name is Douglas, so I go by Douglas Moon. I talk about fragrances. Bro, the one you uploaded to Dior Sauvage reminded me, and I bought that Yuvraj. Thank you. I'm glad that you got that. Well, I'm glad you liked the video, and I hope that you really enjoy that Sauvage because it's one of my favorites. The fragrance community has become a bunch of snobs about fragrances, and I'll answer my buddy here real quick, Madi, about my first tattoo. That was actually this. If you can't see, it's a anchor. So I got that as my first tattoo is this anchor right here. If you can see, I got it for free. My cousin was getting this little tattoo shop he was at. They were doing like a buy one, get one free for the same size. And I don't know why, but he didn't want another one that day. So they were like, well, would anybody else like one? And I said, sure. And I went and sat down. And at that time, I've always loved the beach. I grew up going to the beach every year with my family. It's like 2 hours away from where we live. And it's my favorite place to be in the world. So basically that's what happened is I just told a tattoo artist, give me something beachy. And he pretty much gave me that. And then the whole rest of my arm, for the most part, ended up being sea life stuff. I love pirates and stuff like that. But Profundo, very good choice. Profundo, Aqua de Joe Profundo is actually, it's not my style, but it's pretty decent. But yeah, Sauvage Parfum, one of my absolute favorites. As well, when you guys comment on here, if somebody ever asks any questions, bro, you got a Hulk tattoo on your arm. So that is so awesome that you recognize that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I've had way too many people think that this is the Grinch. I don't know if you guys know what the Grinch is, but I can't believe you actually recognize that. That's really cool. The day you and your wife were going to watch a movie, I guess a few lives before, so what did you watch? When we went to the movies, we actually saw a movie called Rosario. Just heads up, it wasn't that great. No hate on the movie itself, but it just wasn't the best movie in the world. But yeah, that's cool. And also, person said going to get a neck tattoo. I think that's what you said. Going to get a neck tattoo. Any advice? So I will give you some advice. I don't know how it's Hulk, bro. It is the Hulk, but a lot of people unfortunately thought it was the Grinch. But so if you're gonna get a tattoo on your neck, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It just depends on the person. It was not the hardest thing in the world for me. It's actually one of the easiest ones to get. The legs, parts of my legs I've got tattooed were the hardest ones I've been so far, and the fingers right here because the nerves actually started going to the fingertips. Hey, buddy, Hosna, thank you for being here from Iran because actually, on my dad's side of the family, a good chunk of his ancestry comes from Iran and Iraq. So super happy to have somebody here from Iran. I think you're one of the first people to be here from Iran. And so it's really cool to know somebody's from a place where I've got a lot of family from on my dad's side. That's really neat. It's super cool to have you guys here. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, like I said, anytime you guys got questions, I decided not to get a tattoo. Donate blood twice a year. Hey, yeah, and you want to know something? It's always good to really think about the things you do before you do them. As you see, I have a lot of tattoos, but I try to often encourage people to really think about what you're doing before you go get them yourself, especially in today's time. People are like getting them like crazy, and it's not something you just want to jump at. You want to really think about what you're doing before you get one because they're expensive. They cost more than they used to, as well as a lot of people end up regretting them even if they think they won't. So just really, if you're going to get a tattoo, think about it pretty hard. Been thinking about getting Jazz Club. I have tried it, so I don't have it myself. But I answer this other person. There's no real relation between blood donation and tattoos except for the fact that when you go to get one, you can't donate blood within a certain couple of weeks or months, I believe, of having gotten a tattoo. I don't personally know why. I'm not a medical professional. But they just ask you when's the last time you got one. As well, if you have like a lot of tattoos, like I don't really have like what I think of as too many, but on my arm I got these little dots in between. They make it a pain in the butt to donate blood and plasma here because they make you count every single little dot that you have. So it's really just more frustrating than anything, but you can still donate blood if you have tattoos. Thinking about Jazz Club is actually a pretty good fragrance. They don't have that great performance. So any Maison Margiela or the replica fragrances do not have the best performance in the world. So there's people who maybe disagree. That's fine. I just tell you guys my own personal experience, the best that I can. But Jazz Club is a nice fragrance to me. As an Iranian, I take pride in my rich culture history in the Persian Gulf, a name that reflects our heritage. Hey, yeah, you know what? And like I said, for me personally, I think there's a lot to take. I like when I see people take pride in their culture and their country. Me as an American, like growing up here in the North America, I never really cared about it too much. These recent years, I've been having fun learning a lot more about like American history and stuff. But for the most part, fresh tattoos, risk infections. Yeah, so that's basically the thank you, Yuvraj, for commenting the full information. Because if you're getting tattoos and you want to do things like donating blood, it's definitely tough because you just want to make sure you can give them accurate information and be honest about how long it's been since you actually got one. So usually 6 to 12 months. But that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, here I think it's it used to be like 3 months, something like that. So nothing too bad. But yeah, like I was saying, when you guys are here in the chat, it's always cool when you can help each other out too and give information. So I appreciate really having some type of community with each other. But yeah, like I said, I'm just hanging out, shooting the breeze, chilling with you guys for a little while today before I go see my family because they're not doing so hot. With my grandma about to pass away soon. So kind of just monitoring the channel, seeing how it's going. But you cool. I appreciate that, Markin. Thank you for Markin. I'm not sure exactly how to say your name. I appreciate you being here. That means a lot. It's nice to hang out. That's the thing I've personally learned and experienced is that when other people got nothing else to do, it's nice to just come and connect like this and build a little bit of a community. But yeah, like I said, there's any fragrances you get, RIP. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. I'm thinking to have a German. Yeah, I don't know how to give you information as far as that's concerned. As far as like a German 10 out of 10, I don't know anything about that because there's a whole different culture over there. But that's the. And you know what, Lino? That's your choice to feel that way if that's what you think. I understand that a lot of people are starting to, for some reason, attack people who have tattoos that look like me. I'm not a junkie. I did not get tattoos or anything like this from being one. But hey, listen, if you feel that way, you feel that way, buddy. You don't got to stick around. You don't have to be one, though. I mean, just being honest with you. First of all, anybody who comments on my live chats, I like to keep it, as shocking as this might sound, I like to keep this as a family-friendly type of environment because there are some youngsters who like to come through and hang out. And as somebody who's got kids myself, so try your best, if you guys could please respectfully not to use swear words and stuff in my chat. That would mean a lot. None of my moderators are here right now to get that stuff out of here, but I personally would just appreciate it if you guys watch. You're free to ask me whatever you'd like to and comment whatever, but definitely try to keep that stuff at a minimum if you could. It would be very much appreciated. No, that's all right. You don't have to apologize. It's totally cool. Like I said, I just, every now and then there's some younger people who come through and I want to keep it respectful in those cases. That's all. But yeah, as far as Euphrasia goes, that's funny. 10 out of 10 competition, BMW, mate. That's funny. Have you written any more poetry recently? That would be something I'd like to know. If you have, I'd love to read. I know it's been a little while since you sent me that last one. But no, sorry, I got distracted for a second because there was somebody walking by. But all I was trying to say was definitely when I do these live chats, bro, have you heard of Paratha? I have not. I've not heard of that. Is that a fragrance? Where are you from? Kentucky? Angelo, I am not. I've actually never been to Kentucky. Some of my closest friends are from Kentucky, but I myself am actually North Carolina. I'm not going to say fully specifically the area that we live, me and my wife, because obviously I don't want people knowing where my home is, but I'm in Durham right now when I come visit, and this is like an hour and 20 minutes away from my actual home. But no, I've never been to Kentucky, Angelo. Thank you for asking, Belle. Aloe paratha is a dish. Oh, whoops, sorry, Yuvraj. Well, no, I've never had aloe paratha, but I would like to try it. I love Indian food. I'd like to try a lot more. The thing is, I don't know the name. North Carolina is great. It is. It's pretty fun. I actually like living here. When I was a kid, I didn't appreciate it very much. But it's funny, as a grown-up, it seems like everybody wants to move here. First of all, where I live near Morrisville in Durham area, a lot of people from India, a lot of people from Morocco, from Iran, Egypt, lots of places like that move here. I guess it's just because of engineering and development and stuff. There's a lot of pharmaceutical industry as well. Been there a few times. It's really to chill in. It is. It's nice to be here. Where are you from originally, Duckworth? But no, yeah, being here in North Carolina, it's pretty cool. It's a nice place. By the way, can you guys hear me pretty well? A lot of tech there. Stupid Ralph. It is. There's a lot of tech in North Carolina. Where are you in current? Right now, I am in Durham, in North Carolina. This isn't where I live. Like I said, I live an hour from here. And if you see me keep checking my legs, by the way, cheers from Mass. What's up? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Massachusetts, a place that I'd really like to go visit at some point. There's so much of the U.S. that I've never experienced. Me and my wife are mostly focused on experiencing other countries. So, again, like I said, we've been to Munich, Germany, Tegernsee. Wanted to go to Falkensee, but we didn't get to do that. We went to Nuremberg, though. Really love that. Which country? The U.S. and the United States. Technically, I guess North America. That's where we are, Yuvraj. But yeah, there's lots of places that we'd like to go to. We were thinking about going to Japan, but we also want to go to France. But I'm kind of nervous because I've heard that France can be a little dingy, if that makes any sense. No offense. But yeah, if you guys have got any places to suggest where we should go when we go on some trips in the next couple of years, please feel free to tell me. Oh boy, it's starting to get a little busy here at the mall. That's because basically this is a really nice place for people to come to and hang out when they've got nothing. I once went to Michigan. Did you really? Don't come to Portugal. Is that because you don't want me there, or is that because it's not a good place to come to? But thank you. What's up? Ice Site Hair Dryer? What's up, buddy? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, definitely Didn't plan on going to Portugal, but you never know. We might have to do that now, just to walk around and say, Antonio told me not to be here. So here I am. Is it nice there? Is it safe? That's a big thing that I ask. One horse-sized duck and 10 duck-sized horse. Who wins? If I had to say, one horse-sized duck and 10 duck-sized horses, probably the duck. I'd like to see that the horse-sized duck defeats the 10 duck-sized horses. It's probably one of the best questions that anybody's ever asked me. It's fun. I like that. If you guys want to ask me hypothetical questions, that'd be fun too. Ask me like, what would happen? I do that junk all the time at my job and drive people crazy. I like walking up to people and say, hey, if the boss came up to you right now and slapped you across the face, but they told you they'd give you an extra $15 an hour, would you let it happen? And for some strange reason, half the people I work with say no. If my boss was going to give me $14 more an hour and they wanted to slap me across the face, they can slap me across the face 15 times a day for all I care, for extra money. Mesmerized by the food to people. Well, heck yeah. I'd love to come. Bro, what's my favorite book? That's tough. My favorite book. Well, first of all, to Antonio, definitely, that's awesome because that's what we want. We want good food. We just want to hang out when we go travel different countries. That's what surprised me about Germany. People said that Germany was not like a super friendly place, but to be honest with you, we had met lots of nice, warm, welcoming people. So I'm excited to go to other places like Portugal. It'll be really cool. Definitely want to go to India someday. Don't know where at in India, but definitely want to check it out. But my favorite book, Yuvraj, that's a good question. It's tough because right now I'm reading the Throne of Glass series. I like fantasy. You know what? I'm going to go with Lord of the Rings. Probably Lord of the Rings, something like that would be my favorite. But it's difficult. There's a lot of good books out there. Any self-help book? I never really read anything like that. If you drink, have a 5-hour energy, do you get 2.5 hours of energy or 5 hours? That's a good question. If you drink half of a 5-hour energy, I think, yeah, you only get 2.5 hours of energy, basically. That's what I'm going to stick with. But any self-help books? No, I've never read any self-help books personally. I don't have anything against them. I do think, though, there's a lot of like scam self-help books out there. What I mean by that is there's a lot of people who just like learned some pop psychology and wrote books to just kind of give you vapid information about how to live your life better. If you go to India, the best place in India, GOA, because of the Portuguese colony. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, I want to go to Egypt. Definitely want to go to India and check out these different places where the brothers came at first. Bengal was the golden bird of India. See, look at this. You guys are teaching me stuff. Yeah, like I said earlier, by the way, if anybody sees me looking at my legs and stuff a lot, that's because I, for some reason, attract bugs like crazy. I really don't know why. They don't seem to bother my wife ever or anyone else, any of my friends. But spiders and freaking ants just can't stop getting on me all the time. So, don't know what it is, but they just love me. But, yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to go to India because, like I said, I love Indian food. I love Asian food. I love Middle Eastern food. Hello from Czech Republic. Hello, Lucas. Thank you for being here from Czech Republic. I appreciate it. Again, if you guys want me to do a shout out, I'm more than happy to do that. If you guys got questions, like I said, your legs are okay. They sure are. Okay, Yuvraj, thank you for asking. Zip, zip. No. Zim, zim, zalabim. Now, thank you for being here, Redbeard. Jonathan's back again. Yeah, just hanging out. Like I said, not in front of my fragrances today, but I still can answer your questions about fragrances, should you have any. Don't want to mislead you guys. Anybody who's coming through and just having fun talking, I am a fragrance channel, so my primary videos. Good morning, Rob Banks. Thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, basically, I wanted to kind of mimic what I saw this dude. There's a Middle Eastern dude who comes here to Southpoint Mall all the time, and he like sits down. And he's really cool looking. He wears like a cowboy hat with his really awesome velvet unbuttoned down to his belly button shirts and like lots of chains and jewelry. And he's like old as dirt too. He's got a long white beard. I don't know how old he is. He could be like 30 and just aged poorly, or he could be really old. But he comes here and he pops his phone up and he live streams for like 9 hours. I'm not going to do that. But I was like, why does he do this? Why doesn't this man do this at home? So I thought maybe I'd try it. It's a nice environment. I really don't like Chinese, Thai food, eat a variety of things. Respectfully, hey, nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody's welcome to feel how they do. I personally love Thai food. So my son, my wife that I'm with now is not who I had my son with, but my son actually is Thai. And so I love Thai food. I love Chinese food. My wife is going to be mad. I picked up Aether from French Avenue. I hope you enjoy that. French Avenue makes good fragrances. Aether is not the most powerful fragrance in the world, like some people say, but it's not bad, that's for sure. Should I get a tattoo? Only if you really like what you're thinking about getting. I'd say only if you know that it's not going to affect your career. I don't know what country you live in, Yadnish, but if it's not going to affect your career or your hopes and dreams, and if what you want to get is something that actually means something to you, that would be the only thing I would recommend. So, but India, don't spam. Yeah, like Redbeard said, whatever you do, please try not to spam comments. Like, type something in, but don't go overboard with it, please. But thank you for being here from India. I appreciate it. Like I said, you're more than welcome. Anybody's welcome to ask questions and stuff, but just try to be respectful, or just, and you don't have to apologize. It's totally okay. But just try to be easy with how many times you type the same stuff out, like Redbeard said. So, but I appreciate you guys for stopping through here and hanging out, because I definitely had nothing else to do as I was chilling this morning, and I realized I really enjoy. Oh yeah, Redbeard is in here right now. You're at work, I'm assuming, right now, getting some things done, taking care of the asphalt of America, basically. But I actually like this. I don't know why I've never done this before. At Southpoint, like I said, every morning around this time, it's like completely shut down. Bro, you got a nice cap. You talking about my hat? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, no, you got to get that work done. Like I said, my job was very kind to give me this time, because, again, it's like a weird situation right now where my grandma, the nurses came through yesterday, checked her out. They said that what's going on, her organs are really shutting down. So they're like, anytime now, it's going to happen anytime. And yet she's still here. So, like, to be honest with you, it causes constant anxiety just waiting for it to happen. So waiting for a train to unload rock right now. Ooh, that's cool. So where you are, there's trains that come through. I like that. But I think just for a second, I'm going to see about going, because it looks like it might rain here in a minute. So before actual storm starts, I'm going to go hang out in the car just for a minute. But while I still got you guys here, I really appreciate it. I'm in great spirit, Mr. Red. You guys are cool. I'm glad I get to have you guys here and hang out and be buddies. That's why, like I said, why I do this. It's a live stream to create a good community, not just for me, but for you guys as well. Hey, that's glad to hear. Mosquitoes biting me like crazy. Now, see, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, I got to go get in the car right now, because so far I had a total of like 10 ants and 2 spiders try to get on me. And I really just don't understand. This is why, even though one day I'd like to go to like the Amazon or something like that, go to a jungle, I think that would be super cool. At the same time, sorry about the microphone going all over the place. I know that if I was to ever try to go to like the Amazon or something like that, I would get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Land of the Lost, but I know that it would be an absolute nightmare for me if I tried to go somewhere like that. So when it rains, the bloodsuckers love to come out. Yes, they do. But yeah, like I said, I'm chilling right now, answering you guys' questions as always. I see there's 60 people watching. I thank you guys for being here. If at any point you guys like enjoy watching and want to talk, want to ask me questions, please feel free to do so. Hit the like button. That really helps my channel continue to grow. And that's something I would like to happen. I'm really concerned about your legs sitting in an open area where mosquitoes bite you. They did. What size did you get your ears to? So my ears are little bitty guys right now. But before I let them shrink up the 4th time, I've restretched my ears 4 times now. And I used to have them almost to 2 inches. So they were really, really big. Took them out. They shrunk up. It's funny because a friend of mine, he did the same exact thing, but his ears, I guess, are not as elastic as mine. And his went right back to hanging. They just hang. This is years later. He took his out and they're still hanging and look gross. 34 millimeters my wife has. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Stretching your ears was actually the first thing that I ever did before I started getting tattoos and junk. I ended up thinking that like having gauges was pretty cool. At least I used to call them gauges, but I guess people don't like that anymore. But I was like, call them plugs. So yeah, but that's the first thing I ever did was stretch my ears out. And then I ended up getting tired of them because I don't like, I can't take them out and my ears start to shrink. Like I said, these used to be 2 inches and I took them out and they shrunk back up to this. 4 times I've restretched my ears. The good thing, though, about having stretched my ears before is anytime that I want to wear them again, if I put some in within every other day, they just continue to expand until they're back to the way they were. Almost got an ear piercing, but it's too small. I'm old and I don't feel like getting anything else done. I got a bull ring in my nose. I got my nose pierced right in the middle 3 times. I've tried a couple of things and ended up just being like, you know what, that's just not for me. So I'm not against people having piercings or nothing, but I did realize it's not my personal style. Oh my gosh, there's so many mosquitoes out today. It's crazy. But yeah, as you guys know, by the way, I'm going to continue. Yeah, I got the septum before and took that out. To people who are new here, you're going to hear me repeat certain things a handful of times. That's just the way this goes. So because I never know when people are stopping by, if they recognize my channel or anything like that, and I just want to be fair and respectful. So with that being said, if you're new here, please understand you are more than welcome to ask questions about fragrances. I am a fragrance channel. I might not be in front of my fragrance collection right now, but it doesn't mean that I can't talk to you about whatever you might want to know. Also, to anybody who might be curious, today I am wearing Parfums de Marley's Herod, and also on my other side, because I just wanted a reminder of how it performed, one of my wife's favorite fragrances is Initio's Side Effect. But yeah, I love connecting with you guys. Please feel free to ask questions. Bro, Hinduism is believed that doing piercings in ears hits nerves, which controls the levels of hormones. Interesting. I did not know that. See, like I said before, I've read the Bhagavad Gita. If you could go back, would you like to get tattoos again? I'll answer you in just a second, Marty. But I've read the Bhagavad Gita a few times. I've read the Upanishads. I guess I call it Upanishads, but I think some people say Upanishads. Hello, Natsuki. Thank you for being here, good buddy. I can't remember, Natsuki. Are you Japanese? I'm just asking because I know we've talked about Natsuki, but I just wanted to make sure. But actually, man, it didn't do anything to me. I got 2 kids, but I'm done. Yeah, you had them babies, all right. But if I could go back again, would I get tattoos? I'm not sure. Hey, Sarthak, thank you for being here. Super happy to see you. Good morning, buddy. Very happy to see all my friends stopping through. So this is why I'm doing this, right? Even if I'm not home with my fragrances, I still love getting a chance to hang out with you guys. It really feels exciting to be developing like a little community of people here, and it's fun. But yeah, if I could go back again, actually, this is going to sound stupid to some people, but I wouldn't get any tattoos. And the reason for that is not because I'm against them or anything. Our bro's driving a Lambo. I absolutely am not. This is a Hyundai accent. But you love Pride and Prejudice? That's awesome. Pride and Prejudice is very fun. My wife just discovered that for the first time the other week. And I got tattoos on my arms and let grandma cried. So the reason why if I could go back again, I wouldn't get tattoos is just because, not to sound like an elitist or anything, but again, once like having tattoos on your face and everything became super popular. So I'm 32. I first got all my tattoos like the neck and the arms and everything. I first got all this done when I was 18, 19 years old. So it's been a while. And then once the SoundCloud rapper thing became popular and everybody in the universe started getting tattoos on their face and their neck and stuff, first and foremost, I didn't do this to be unique. I did it because I liked it. And some of my favorite singers and musicians had tattoos on their neck and face. But when I saw that everybody was starting to do it just for fun, like to be cool, and I started getting made fun of by people or insulted online and stuff, especially people thinking I was just doing, or I look this way just to be cool or something. It made me really like, I could have never foreseen that this was going to become a trend, because there was a point in time when I used to get like really bashed on for looking the way I do. Now I get bashed on for the other reasons. So it used to be because like, oh, it's bad to have tattoos, and now it's because everybody thinks you just want to be cool. So, but Natsuki, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. But yeah, so long story short, if I could go back and like know what I know now, I'd do something else. To be honest, your glasses combined with tattoo looks really cool. Thank you, Natsuki. I appreciate that. Stay safe and be careful while driving. Well, I'm not driving actually. I appreciate you for having compassion and for caring, and I really appreciate that. But I'm just sitting still. Like I said, I just wanted to come in the car because there started being a lot of people walking through the area I was at, and even though it's fun to like stream with you guys in public and stuff, I don't want to be like that person who's just like hanging out too much. But yeah, I'm hanging out in the parking lot, keeping it nice and safe. Anything goes on out here, I'm calling security. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for saying that, Natsuki. I appreciate it. Choose my scent of the day. Okay, I would love to do that. That one guy, Aqua de Joe EDP, Dior Sauvage EDP, Armani Code Parfum, Cold Water Intense, Seeding. I'm gonna go Armani Code Parfum. I'm going with Armani Code Parfum just because. What's that behind you? That is a rocking chair. So that's actually when my wife was a little girl. Her mom just gave that to us the other day. But I'm going to say Armani Coat Parfum would be a good choice for you today. You know what? What you repping, homeboy? Hans? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by repping. I don't know if that's like a gang thing. If it is, nothing. But if you're talking about fragrances or something, then I'd love to tell you. But welcome, Hans. But yeah, I definitely, if you guys want to ever have me help pick your scent of the day and while I'm doing these live streams, please, by all means, let me know what your options are, and I'd love to tell you. But yeah, Armani Coat Parfum is a really good choice. Personally, I don't see enough people wearing it. I also see a couple people say Armani Coat is overplayed. No, it isn't. You're not representing Jesus. What does that mean? I don't understand. Oh, I mean, yeah, you're not picking mine. Big boy now. Yes, I will. Bro, next year GTA 6 is coming. I really need to upgrade. I have not played a game, a GTA game since Vice City. But I am representing Jesus, if you're curious. I am a Christian, but no, I'm at this moment not wearing a cross or anything like that. But if anybody's got any questions, I'd love to talk to you about it. But no, I just didn't really understand exactly what you meant by that. But thank you for saying it. But yeah, GTA 6, though, I really haven't. GTA 5, I got burnt out on it. I haven't played any of that stuff. I hadn't even played video games until a year and a half ago. I got a PS5, and it was the first console that I've had since PlayStation 2. And I used to have a Super Nintendo, but with the PS5, I beat Elden Ring. That was the first game that I bought because I thought it looked so cool. I'm mostly on Call of Duty, and that's what I've been doing nowadays, Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty. I'm not excited for the new GTA. Hey, listen, like I said, I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. It just looks, I guess it looks okay. It's not really my style. But by the way, again, anybody who comes through when I do these streams, if you guys like get bored of whatever we're talking about, that's totally fine. We talk about anything and everything. Glasses fit you very well. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I wanted glasses my entire life, but until my daughter messed up my eyes by stabbing me, add me, then we can play on Saturday if you can. I would love to do that. Yeah, I've been playing the new Call of Duty, and it is fun. Red Dead's the only reason that I got the console. But no, to my buddy Hans, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And yeah, I beat Elden Ring was the first game that I beat after getting the PS5 because I was like, it just looks so much fun. After that, I did Assassin's Creed. Let me say this very quickly. I know people are going to think this is stupid. That's okay. But I played Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I loved it. I loved it because I love the scenery. I love the sneakiness. I understand. Yeah, go ahead and give me your screen name on Instagram because I'd love to play Call of Duty with you. That's the game that I really went crazy for. Activate Super Chat. Unfortunately, I can't. Not just yet. So that's another thing, by the way. Anybody who's new here, why I've been doing these live streams, like working on getting my hours up, is because even though literally if you go back and look at my videos and stuff, I've got a freaking silver play button from YouTube and everything, but them turds still haven't approved my hours yet. So I'm not getting paid just yet. So I'm getting close to it. I will say this, doing these live streams has helped a lot because even though I've got 7,000 almost watch hours that YouTube's not giving me credit for, lately they have been giving me a lot of increases since I've been doing these live streams. So just letting you guys know, you guys watching this has been helping me a lot. To give you an idea, it said 7 days ago, I was at like 1,500 hours. Since I've been doing these live streams with you guys, I'm now at 2,100. No, sorry. Yeah, 2,115. So these live streams are helping a lot. So thank you guys for coming through here and watching. But yeah, definitely send me your screen names, and I'd love to play with you guys. But that's completely fine. No one's going to judge you. Like I said, Assassin's Creed Mirage was fun to me. What did you have in my lunch? I haven't had lunch yet. I'm actually going to a little bit now. I'm going to have a Mediterranean quiche because I want to be fancy today. But heck yeah, we can get on Call of Duty and have us some fun. I got to get a new headset on the other hand, though, because I gave my son the headset that I have because he broke his as usual. I don't know how he did it. He doesn't get angry, but he did. He broke it somehow. He's like, I don't know what happened, but he does know what happened. But thank you for saying, is this a thing? Thank you for saying I got nice tattoos. I appreciate that. Razor's pretty good. Thank you for letting me know. At one point in time, even though I know this would be a stupid idea, because again, this is a fragrance channel, So it's not like anybody's going to really care about this here. And I know that trying to cross-pollinate your content is not the smartest move. Sorry. I thought about streaming because I used to do it just for fun on my old channel. I thought about streaming while I play Call of Duty and like just talk with you guys and stuff, but I was like, they're probably not going to want to watch that. So if anybody, like I posted our ghost hunting video the other day, and it was starting to do okay, but I deleted it because me and my wife were talking, and I was like, man, probably wouldn't be that good for this channel. But yeah, I always have the same lunch every time, eggs, fried rice. That sounds good to me. Man, gaming has blown up. It has. It really has. I mean, I'm open for it. If you guys ultimately vote no, I'm more than happy to not do it. But if you guys wouldn't mind like hanging out and letting me shoot the breeze with you guys while I play games at some point, like Call of Duty or something, please let me know. But if you guys think that would be a bad idea for this channel, that's okay too. I'm still figuring stuff out as I go. But who knows? Maybe at some point some of us could all play Call of Duty or something like that together while I stream or something. I don't know, but definitely got to get myself a new headset and all that stuff. I got Streamlabs set up, but I need another screen to see chat. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. To be honest with you, I stream directly off of my freaking PlayStation and then the TV, and then I'm not on camera, just letting that be known. Like, I don't have a way to film myself as far as I know. Maybe I'll find a way. I just don't know how to do that yet, but we'll see. But yeah, no, I'm super happy to have you guys here, and it's really fun to just come chill with you, playing games while reviewing perfume. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. Play games and review perfume at the same time. I'm over there getting slaughtered on Call of Duty while I'm like, this Dior Sauvage is absolutely fabulous. It really speaks to the soul. By the way, like I said before, if you guys do get the chance to go to a Lush, if you guys live near a mall and there's one near you, please do go check this out. Rose Gem. It is really nice. I haven't worn it in like a week, but it is such a sharp, jammy rose fragrance, and I just want you guys to get a chance to smell it if you can. But no, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you guys for coming through here this morning and coming and hanging out. It's always been a pleasure to chill with y'all. Let me see what time it is though, because I am on a little bit of a schedule. All right, and okay, so you guys, I'm gonna be here for 5 more minutes. You picked up Dior Sauvage Elixir. Yes! Yes, dude. Natsky, that's awesome. I'm so glad you got Dior Sauvage Elixir. Amazing choice. JPG Elixir, my personal favorite between those two, but Dior Sauvage Elixir is fantastic. That's awesome that you got those, Natsky. You know, I have a sister, but she legally disconnected all relation with me. Her husband's in Chicago. That is horrible. I'm really sorry to hear that, buddy. I hate to hear that. But I hope that I hope that those situations get better for you and that you're able to connect with each other. If 6ix9ine and Lil Pump had a kid, first and foremost, let me make this extremely clear. I cannot stand either one of those guys, their music or whatever. But I can see where you're coming from. I totally can. I like to think of it as if somebody was to take a slightly old potato at the grocery store and color it all over it with crayons, but whatever. But no, thank you for being here, Red Mute. I appreciate it. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to crack jokes. I'm not offended by anything. I never always do know if people are like being straight up jokey, because there have been a few people who come through like really angry. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday. I never got into Sauvage Elixir. I love Sauvage Elixir, and my wife does too. But I just want to throw this out there. I don't know if you guys saw the comments. I posted a short yesterday of me and my wife here at this Barnes & Noble where we come like all the time, and like the people who work here and everybody love us. But I don't know if you guys saw, but some random turd, you know, like God bless them, but some random turd came through and like went full Karen because my wife forgot and left a bookmark. Like, it was in the comments on my video. I just filmed it because my wife left. It was so cute. And she's like, look, the book that I've been reading, and I got one more chapter left. The last time I was here, I left a bookmark in it or whatever. And she just walked it over, and we just chuckled about that. But for some reason, somebody in the comments like went absolutely bananas about that. Was like, how dare you leave a bookmark in a book in a public store like that? And I was like, oh my gosh, you get my like for this nice reaction and not like, hey, absolutely, dude. I appreciate you taking the time to leave a like. Hold on, let me see something real quick though. I just got a message from my aunt. I just want to make sure everything's okay. Okay, yeah. So far as things are today, my grandma is still alive. That is not that serious. You're absolutely right. First of all, okay, again, red mute. Again, absolutely appreciate you being here, buddy. God bless you. Like, anybody's welcome to come through here. If y'all want to crack jokes about the way I look or whatever, that's totally fine, right? I'm married to a hot woman who loves me. So nothing anybody can say about me is going to hurt my feelings. I've got a YouTube where I met cool people, and I got a lot of fragrances. So you can't actually hurt my feelings. The only thing I don't like is if people say things that are like crude and like vulgar in the comments, because other teenagers come through here sometimes, and I don't want them seeing bad influences. Other than that, I don't care. I like cracking jokes. I make fun of myself. I'm fine with other people doing that as well. But I am blessed, and I want the same thing for other people. But I do want to say, oh, got to go to work. Well, hey, I hope you have a good day at work. And I'm about to hop off here anyways, but send nothing but love to you, Redbeard, and God bless you, brother. But yeah, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, yesterday when that person tripped out in my comments about my wife leaving a freaking bookmark in a book, they're like, "You're destroying property," and then I literally was like, "It's not a big deal. People literally do it here all the time." They commented something back like, "Life's gonna get you. Life's gonna get you for this," or some crap like that. Well, I'm not sure if I just hit the mute button or not. Can you guys hear me real fast? Somebody just let me know if you can in the comments, so that way I know if I'm making sound. I just tapped a button and I think I muted myself. Wait. We can't. Okay, cool. So here's another thing that happened that was really stupid. I never told this story. When me and my wife moved into our new neighborhood, we live in a gated community, but to the side of our house is actually like up on the main road where there is an opening that through some trees connects to the main road. And one day I was coming home and I noticed some teenagers driving through in between me and my neighbor's house to get illegally into our gated neighborhood. So thank you for letting me know, Natsuki. So I posted about it in the community Facebook chat where there's like 2,000 people. And this random woman commented on there was like, just because we're in a gated community doesn't mean people can't just come in if they want to. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's exactly what it's supposed to mean. People aren't supposed to just be able to come into a gated community. And she's like, oh, it's a free country. People can come in here if they want. You know what? Just because, again, I was like, no, you don't understand. We all paid to be in here. We're in a gated community that we want to be safe and stuff from the outside world when we are at home. And this woman was like, you don't get to really own the property that you live on. Just because you paid for it don't mean it's yours. This land used to belong to other people. And so just because you own that property, if people want to drive through your yard, they can. And I was like, are you being serious? This can't be for real. I was like, no, if you pay for your property, it's yours. If you pay for it, you're allowed to call the police if somebody illegally comes onto your property. And this woman was like, no, you should just grow up and let people be where they want to be. And I was like, okay, so somebody commented and was like, well, what if we all came down to your property? And she goes, no, you better not or I'm going to shoot you guys. And I was like, well, hold on now. I'm not supposed to not want strangers on my property, but if we come down to your house, you're upset. So deck, I don't know where you can buy that, but I'll bet you if you pull your pants down and look backwards in the mirror, you'll see some. I don't know if that helps, Deck, but thanks for stopping by. But as far as that person, Sayak, I'm not Mr. Beast, but boy, do I wish I was. Maybe if I pretend to be Mr. Beast long enough, I'll have some money somewhat like his. But as far as it stands right now, my bank account's like the opposite of Mr. Beast. But thank you guys for stopping through and asking questions and talking and leaving your comments. So I am about to end this stream, like I said earlier, but before I go, again, if you guys are interested in fragrances, that's what I do. I got 112,000 subscribers. I review fragrances. And are you going to buy some new fragrances? Not today, TikTok fam. I'm not buying any new fragrances today or for a little while. I did the other day. I got another bottle of Eros Flame because I gave away my old one and I forgot how much I love it. I got another bottle. Yes. Thank you for being here. Jesus Christ is King. Again, if anybody here disagrees with that, that's your personal choice. But Mr. Yee, I like that. Jeremy Fragrance is way better than you. Okay. I mean, he's got way more money than me. I'll give you that much credit. The man dances like nobody's business. So, hey, listen, congratulations for being a Jeremy Fragrance fan. I got news for you. I am too. I like watching him. But anyway, no way Are you going to, but no, I'm not going to buy any more fragrances today, personally, because I got some more already on the way anyways, and trying to save money now, because like I said, I showed you guys my collection at this moment. Then why did you go to the mall? Just to hang out. I like coming to the mall to shoot the breeze. It's what I do. Whenever I got these days off like this, I like just coming to walk around because it's kind of nice. And believe it or not, that's what malls were originally made for. Was for people to just come be a community town center before they became all about buying and shopping and things like that. It used to be just about community trade and things along those lines. But message retracted. Don't you dare retract your message. You stand by what you've got to say when you come to my comments. You stand by it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I appreciate everybody who stopped through. It's been fun. It's been a fun time. But now it is time for me to go into Starbucks and be a little basic baby and get my delicious drink I'm going to get. And for anybody who hasn't been here the whole time, and I know you don't care. Nah, you're actually good. You're chill and do lives. We're not able to ask questions about fragrances. I appreciate that. Kelsey, thank you. It's so funny that you stopped by because I'm literally about to end my stream. But I do want to say good morning, and it's totally okay. You don't have to apologize. But TikTok fan, thank you for being here. Like I said, that's my big thing, is to hang out with you guys. Hello. Ayo, back to you. My big thing is to hang out with you guys, to make friends, to develop a nice community where we can just be buddies and talk about whatever you'd like to, but as well talk about fragrances and answer your questions honestly instead of making stuff up. It's always good to catch the prayer. That's absolutely correct. So with that being said, to anybody who doesn't know and doesn't care, that's fine. You're more than welcome to drop out of here, but I am about to end my stream. And like Kelsey said, when I end my streams, I always end my streams with a prayer. I am a Christian. I'm not here to argue with you guys. If you want to make fun of that, you're free to do so, but it'll be kind of a waste of your time. It won't get you anywhere. But I'm welcoming of everybody of any faith and walk of life. I don't deny anyone from being here, nor will I make fun of you or put you down. But I am about to go ahead and do my ending stream prayer. So if you want to scroll on, please feel free to do so. But otherwise, here we go. Where I'm from, most malls only have restaurants and no shops for meetups and hang out with friends. Well, here, it is like a bunch of shops. I would walk around and show you. Well, do I want to do that? No, I don't want to look weird holding my camera. But I would walk around and show you guys what the actual mall looks like. But I definitely don't want to bore you guys to death, because if I did that, I wouldn't be talking because I don't want to look crazy. I know other people do it all the time, but for me, it just kind of feels a little strange. But anyway, I'm about to go ahead and pray real quick. You feel free to comment and ask some more questions real fast before I do, but I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hold on. So, dear Father in heaven, my Lord, my God, thank you for another amazing day. Thank you for another time to stream and be with my buddies here who've come through. It means the world to me to have the little bit of community that I've got with these people. They're so wonderful from all over the world, from India, from Germany, New Zealand, Australia. People stop through. It's so crazy to me that I get to talk to people and meet people from everywhere because of the beautiful things you've allowed us to create, to connect to people and become a part of. So I love you, God, with all my heart. I love you I thank you for my family. I thank you for this life. I thank you for everything you've done for us, giving us grace, mercy, and forgiveness, and teaching us to use that to people around us. So thank you, God, for these blessings and for this day. And I pray for everybody watching. I pray for them to have peace, to have harmony, to come to know you, and to come to know what it's like to have real substance in this life instead of just chasing after all the wrong things. So for whatever it's worth, I lift it all up to you. And in your name, Jesus, I thank you for your love and your sacrifice. Amen. So again, you guys, more than welcome to come through next time when I do another stream. With the weekend coming up, I may stream tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I got a handful of time off now because of family. Hope your grandma isn't. She's not doing good. My grandma actually is in worse shape than she was before, but we're getting close to the end, but it's gonna be okay. But no, you meant to say sufficient. I hope your grandma's not sufficient. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you, Kelsey. I really do. But thank you guys. No, you don't have to apologize. It's going to be okay. At the end of the day, everything's going to be all right. But I send nothing but love to you guys and nothing but appreciation you guys for stopping through and for being here. And I might be back on tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure just yet. Do you know, Mike? No, I do not. Oh, you almost got me there. Okay, that's the second time somebody almost got me, but just know I'm going to be reading these things before I go all the way through. So you almost got me there, Canna Master. I got to give you credit. That was funny. That was a good one. But anyway, like I said, I'm about to jump off the stream. I appreciate you guys who stopped through. By the way, actually, Canna Master, thank you for typing that, because I might use that a couple of times today when I get the chance. I might show that to people and be like, hey, do you know this person? Just to hear them say it out loud. But you did try. You did try, and I give you nothing but credit for that. So thank you. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping through. God bless y'all. And I'll actually, you know what? No, forget that. I got literally a couple of seconds left till I've hit an official hour. So we're going to wait. We're going to ride the clock. We're going to wait and see if we can get that full hour's time. 45. I'm just going to count the rest of the way. 47, 48, 49, 50. And now it's 10 seconds left, everyone. Good man. No, Canna Master, you're the good man. But anyway, like I said, thank you for the streams. If you support my channel, if you want to check out more, please feel free to go watch my actual review videos. Watch them as far the way through as you can. Comment and subscribe. And hi, Steve Acoli. Thank you for being here, but I do got to go. So thank you guys for stopping through. Go watch my actual videos. Go watch my reviews. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream, probably Saturday morning. Peace out. Yay! I hit the wrong